Making a Bevy project is the same as making a Rust project, right? So all you want to do is just find a location where you want to save your Rust project. So I'm going to put mine in a C drive over here. Copy that location in your terminal, change directory into that location, then type cargo new and then name your project. This game we're making is going to be called Gold Collector, but you can name it whatever you want. Now it's built here. We can now open the project in Visual Studio Code, so you should already have this installed from the last tutorial. Just make this on screen and go File, open a folder, and navigate to wherever you saved your project. And mine's on the C drive over here, so this is it. So open. Now we just gotta open up the cargo.toml file. What you want to do here is you want to put in the dependencies that we need. We need Bevy since we're using the Bevy game engine, it's going to be 0.5, and rand since we would be using random number generator to place the entities on the screen randomly. You're going to have to wait for this to finish, this fetching metadata before you can actually build the project and get these. So you just do file new terminal and wait for this to finish. We gotta wait. This sometimes it takes a while. Once it finishes, we can run cargo build. If you run cargo build right now, you get an error. So you just gotta wait until that finishes. It's now doing the checks, and there's quite a lot of checks it has to do right here out of 832 stream 46. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. When all the checks are done, you should see nothing here. Now you can type cargo build and I'll build the project and get all the dependencies. So this will also take a while, but this is only the first build on the first compile. Every other compile you do, since you already have all of these files, it will just go really fast. So just the first compile will be slow to download all the dependencies. Let's start writing the code for the actual game. So let's get our packages first, and we only need a few. So Bevy. Inside of Bevy's prelude, it has most of the things we need, and rand, everything is inside of its prelude, nothing else. The only thing that's not in Bevy's prelude is the collide method we'll use to check if two entities are colliding with each other or not. We can call the app builder, and we do that by saying app build run, and this will run our Bevy project, but there's nothing right now, so there's no point in running it. But we can add a window to it by adding it as a plugin, and in Bevy they package things into plugins, related structs. So like you can have your own plugins as well. You can have a player plugin that has all the structs, all the methods, all the functions that are related to a player. Or you can do that for a window. You can do it for UI. You can have a plugin for anything you want, right? So I'll add a plugin. Add plugins. I'll do the default. That will add our default plugins, and now we run the code. We do cargo run. It will actually show a window, and that's really all you need to have a window up in Bevy. It's pretty simple. And here's our window right here. By default, since we didn't set any of the settings, by default it's the Windows title is Bevy, and this window is resizable, so this is available to you as all the features are on basically. So we can choose whatever we want by inserting a resource into this, and resources are like globally unique data basically. We can insert a resource and we can do a few things. Let's change the background color, and clear color takes the color. Well, I'll just use the first color, Alice Blue. So this will change the background color of the window. Now we want to change the rest of the information about the window. We can insert another resource, and this one is called, as you can notice, I'm just doing dot and bringing all these things up. It's because whenever I do dot insert resource or add plugin or system or anything, it returns a mutable app builder. So it's returning this app build every time. So I can just chain them together basically. I can do insert resource, and then we're going to put in the window descriptor, and that's a struct that has a lot of everything about the window basically. So if you highlight over it, you'll see it has width, height, and it has all title, all these things. You might not want to set all of these things. So what we can do is to default the default function of the default struct, and that will just give us all the defaults. So we'll put the default values, and we don't have to set anything we don't want to. That'll be fun wrong. We'll put the title. The things that we want to change are the title. That's supposed to be lowercase d. We'll change the title and then we'll make the title what we already have, which is the name of our project, gold collector. And we gotta cast this to a string because title takes a string right here, and normal string in Rust is an ampersand stir, so you gotta cast it to a string. Give the windows height and width. So we'll do a width of 800, and this is a float, so we'll put a dot to represent a float. And then the height, we'll do 600, put a dot there too. So now that's all we'll set. Actually, let's also make it so they can't resize the window. So we can do resizable, and we can set that to false so they can't resize the window. Now, if we run the code, it should look a little bit different. Wait for this to run. Now you can see the window looks a lot different. We changed the title to our own title. You can no longer resize the window. You'll have this black screen on mine because it's just capturing the window, but yours you won't have that. Your own window, right? So now we have a really simple Rust project, Bevy project with the window. Next, we're going to add all the resources, all the entities to the window. So the player, we'll add the gold that's dropping from the sky as you saw from the beginning. The dynamite, we'll add all those entities to the world, the game world.